Are we live? Hold up. Wait a second. Anakin Skywalker. Is he evil? Is he a good guy? Who is this guy in the world between worlds? We're going to talk about all that, but we're also going to give our predictions for this next coming episode. Let's get right into it. What's up, guys? It's Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars. All right, we got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot. This episode 5 could be the biggest thing that's happened to Star Wars since ever. Like, it's being put into movie theaters. That's how big this is. So we're going to talk about every single bit of it. Thanks, Honey Badger. That was exactly what I wanted. And if you're just coming into the stream, smash a freaking like on the video. And yes, let's get into all of this. Let me open up the chat real quick. Let me open up the chat. How are we doing tonight? How are we doing on this fine Saturday evening? Saturday Night Live. This is the real Saturday Night Live. First in today was Dennis. Says Anakin's from a different timeline. I don't think so, but we'll get into this. We'll get into this. What's up with the random letters? What's going on? Your pal Joe says, it's a trap. You think it really is? You think it is? He says, won't be able to make it to the stream tonight. Hope you have a blast, everybody. Well, thanks to your pal Joe. Your pal Joe is a founding member here on the show. Dennis says, I have a oh, by the way, put your craziest theory about Birdie Skywalker. What are we doing? What's up with the random letters? Block you now? I'm going to put you in a timeout. I don't need to block you, but that's just, you're getting annoying. Put you in a timeout. Think about what you've done. Okay, moving on. Put your craziest prediction as to what you actually think is going on with Luke Skywalker. Is this a real Luke Skywalker? Is this a real Anakin Skywalker? Is this really him, or is it an evil version? Or is it the son from Mortis? What do you think's going on with Luke Skywalker? What do we think? What do we think? Dennis says, I have a crazy theory. But what makes sense is, what if Ahsoka was in the world between worlds this whole time, and this was a dream vision? Ahsoka looks like she was asleep. That's true, but she's just waking up because she just got pulled through the world between worlds. I don't think this whole entire show has been a dream. That would be ridiculous. Jay, what's up, Jay? Honey Badger says, it's Anakin, not the brother, not a different timeline. It's the father of Mortis, Anakin Skywalker. His saber does look a little bit different. We're going to get into that. But the hello snips can only come from that person. Interesting. Ara Robbie, what's up, Ara? Says, what's good? What's good with you? Not much. All right. Honey Badger says, I think his saber could be a new hilt he constructed in the afterlife because he is the father. Hell, have some what if a physical form? What? I think it's a combination of Vader's and Anakin's hilt as one, balanced. Interesting. That's a good point. It could be that. Could be. Tony says, gotta go to work. Wait, have to go when work starts. Damn, I'm gonna miss it again. Oh, don't worry about it. Austin says, maybe he's the father. Interesting. Jay says, hi, Mike. What's up, Jay? All right, let's take a gander over here at the man, the myth, the legend himself, Anakin Skywalker. All right, let's just take a look at this. First of all, round of applause for Dave Filoni, please, in the chat. This guy is the best. This show is unbelievably good so far. Great lightsaber duels, great CGI, great visuals, all that stuff, great story. But deepfake technology. We're like, how far has deepfake technology really come? How far has it really come? Look at this. This is Anakin Skywalker. In The Mandalorian Season 2, we see Luke Skywalker. And that was like, holy crap. And it was just crazy because it was Luke Skywalker. And he had the green lightsaber, he had the cloak on, and it looked like Luke Skywalker. Then, as like the weeks and weeks went on, people were like, okay, that doesn't really look like Luke Skywalker. It looks a little bit different, and it's a little bit different. Then, a year later, we get the Book of Boba Fett. And Luke Skywalker's in it for about 30 plus minutes. He's in there for a long, long time, for an entire episode. He's training Grogu. And he looks fantastic. Literally just in a year and a half, the technology had come such a long way. And it was wild. Now, just about a year and a half, give or take, later from that, we get this. And this is lifelike, ladies and gentlemen. That is literally Hayden Christensen at the age of 22 or whatever, however old he was during Revenge of the Sith. That is perfection. Perfection. I don't know how much better it can get than this, but we are going to get an entire episode of this. And Dave Filoni knew. He knew that this first thing had to be good because it was going to be online all over the place. And it was. This image I've seen 1 trillion times over the last couple days because Anakin Skywalker met his Padawan, Ahsoka Tano, for the first time in live action. And that was shared around. However, we're going to get an entire episode of Anakin Skywalker. Is it going to be up to par? Is it going to be the same as what we're seeing right here? Or is it going to take a little back seat and get a little bit worse? We'll see. We'll see. But there's 2 things in question tonight. 2 things in question from this scene. The first thing being the Darth Vader's theme at the end. The Darth Vader's theme. The screen after we see Anakin's face. I got Luke on the mind because there's a video I just made that's coming out tomorrow about Luke Skywalker being in the Ahsoka show because I might just have a little bit of an amazing video coming out about Luke Skywalker being in the Ahsoka show because Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka, and Anakin Skywalker are all going to be on the same screen at the same freaking time. But that video comes out tomorrow. The video comes out tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so watch out for that. But I keep calling him Luke because I just made that whole video. So, Anakin Skywalker, the 2 things in question are, since he's shown up, why was there Vader's theme? And who the hell's lightsaber is this? So it's very interesting, and we're going to dissect this image like crazy. He's still got the metal arm. He's got his Revenge of the Sith robes on, which is interesting. Because when we see Force Ghost Anakin in Return of the Jedi, he's not wearing this. Let me pull it up real quick. Return of the Jedi Anakin. In Return of the Jedi, he's not wearing those same robes. He's wearing these robes. He's wearing a lighter color robe that he never wore in the prequel trilogy. Obi-Wan was always wearing the lighter robes like he is even in this Force Ghost, but he was never wearing these light robes in the prequel trilogy. It's interesting. Why would George or anybody put that in? By the way, thanks Slav for subscribing. Why would he be wearing the light robes? What do you guys think? Why is he wearing the light colored robes here, but not here? Is Dave Filoni trying to tell us something? Is this evil Luke Skywalker? Is this Luke Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith? Or did he just mess up? Knowing Dave Filoni, this guy does not mess up. He does not. He just doesn't. Every single little detail has a meaning to it. Him wearing these light, what do you even call them? Pale, whatever, robes versus his Revenge of the Sith robes is very, very different. Now, in this, does he have that doesn't show his hand here, but I wonder if he has a metal arm there. He's got a metal arm, which a lot of people were like, why does a Force Ghost of Anakin need to have a metal arm? Well, he lost his hand, okay? But let's zoom in on this lightsaber in question, okay? Let's do it. Let's get as close as humanly possible to this thing. I can actually probably get even a little bit closer here. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at how this is the most quality image we've seen so far. So this is the lightsaber in question. You can see at the top here, it's got those like black. Oh, I got. This is like a crappy plastic version, but it is Anakin's lightsaber. So it's got these black, I don't know, stripes. I don't even know. Black stripes here up at the top. It's like a grip almost up at the top, and that's what we're kind of seeing here. Then you have this wraparound, like brace thing that you see here too. But then it gets really dark. Now this could just be a shadow. It could just be a shadow, but we can tell his whole lightsaber is this silver color. Now the emitter, whatever you want to call it, at the top does look the same here. It just looks like if you were looking at it like this. But what's strange is this whole entire black part in here. Now again, Dave Filoni does not do anything for no reason. There's a reason that this lightsaber is shadowed on or dark for a reason. Either it's a different lightsaber or there's just a very well-placed shadow by Dave Filoni. So I want to know what you guys think. Is this is this Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, or what is going on here? What do we think? Is this Anakin Skywalker? Is this guy just a guy who's about to chop down Ahsoka Tano after saving her from the world between worlds? What do you think? And then I'll give you my take. And then I'll give you my take, because my take's always right, and we know this here. Honey Badger says, if he is indeed the father, he will have somewhat of a physical form and presence like the father and the brother did. They will be able to interact with the real world like the brother touched and killed Ahsoka in the Mortis arc. Interesting. So just a TLDR, the Mortis gods, there's the father, there's the daughter, and there's the son. The daughter is the living embodiment of the light side. She dies, and then Anakin puts her essence into Ahsoka, because Ahsoka dies as well. A10 Warthog, thanks for subscribing. So Anakin saves Ahsoka by putting the daughter into her. So Ahsoka's kind of like the living embodiment of the light side. Then you have the son, and you have the father. The father is the balance between the light and the dark, and Anakin, the chosen one prophecy, was supposed to be that Anakin would take the role as the father. Doesn't seem to be that was the case, because Anakin kills all the Jedi in Order 66, then he kills Palpatine years later. So, moving on. Oh, Friggins, what's up, Friggins? Says, looks like Rey's lightsaber. As if Disney wasn't stupid enough. As if they weren't stupid enough, they tried to market this lightsaber right here as Rey's lightsaber. Just dumb. Whatever. Austin says, the chosen one, Anakin Skywalker, a.k.a. the father. That could be the case. That could be the case that he is the chosen one, and he has taken the place as the father. Austin says, I love Luke Skywalker. Oh, so you're going to love that video then, Austin. I think Luke Skywalker could be in this next episode. Why not? Pretty much the basis of my video is why not? Why not? I mean, go big or go home. And Dave Filoni loves to go big, and he's definitely not going home. Qui-Gon's lightsaber? Interesting. Let's look up Qui-Gon's. Qui-Gon's lightsaber. Qui-Gon's lightsaber. Qui-Gon's lightsaber. Ooh, interesting. It does have that black hilt. Black handle, whatever you want to call it. This is what we're looking at here. What the hell? Boom. That's Qui-Gon's. I don't think so. It has the big red dot on it. Plus, it doesn't really have that strap that we're looking at here. Oops. That we're looking at right here. This giant golden or silver strap. I don't know. I would say no to Qui-Gon's. Gonna say no. No. Swagger says, I suspect Anakin is now the father. This seems to be... Alright, let's pull it up. Is Anakin... let's put evil. Actually, wait, no. Let's put this. Who is Anakin? Or what is Anakin? Let's do that. What is Anakin? It's a stupid way to phrase it, but it's the only way I can think of. Anakin. Can't spell today. Is he the father? Is he the father? Is he just a Force ghost? Is he evil? Evil Anakin. That has to be specific. Evil Anakin. Or is he the son playing tricks on Ahsoka? What do you think? What the hell? Oh, okay, we're good. Thought we just died there. Tony says, maybe. Oh, wait. Did I finish? Oh, I didn't finish Swagger's. Swagger says, I suspect that Anakin is the father. He's not a Force ghost, and there is no portal adjacent to either of them. Since Ahsoka has the daughter's essence, the world between worlds is accessible for her. Interesting. It's true, there is no portal near her. When Ezra pulls Ahsoka out in Rebel Season 4, Ezra pulls her from a portal. In Ahsoka, when she goes into the world between worlds, there is no portal entrance near her. It's very strange. Very, very strange that there's no portal entrance near her. I wonder what you guys think about that. Is it because Ahsoka's dead that she didn't enter through a portal that she wasn't near a portal entrance? Or is it because she is the living embodiment of the daughter? Or is it because she got pulled out by Anakin, who's not alive? There's many different options there. Tony says, maybe this is the soul of Anakin right when Vader killed him. Interesting. Vader mentions Anakin Skywalker was too weak. I killed him. Ooh. So what you're seeing is him when he surrendered and sold his soul to Palpatine. Interesting. That's true. Vader does mention many times that he killed Anakin Skywalker, but what I might play devil's advocate for you on that one, Tony, is that we see Vader turn back into Anakin in Return of the Jedi. Luke sees the good in him, and he just turns him back to the light. Let's see. We shall see. Honey Badger says, so Sebastian wore the light robes. I'm pretty sure they just cropped Anakin's head over Sebastian's body to remake Return of the Jedi. That's true, Badger, or maybe it's true, but they wouldn't, this is a very specific detail. What Anakin's wearing is extremely important. And here he's wearing very light robes, and here he's wearing his Revenge of the Sith outfit. Let me zoom out. And here he's wearing his actually, I don't have to zoom out. Let me stay on that lightsaber. And wait, what the hell? I can see you. Let me zoom out on this. And here he's wearing the Revenge of the Sith outfit. It's not like a mistake. This can't be a mistake. This is obvious, and the only other time we've seen Anakin after death. By the way, look at Hayden Christensen here, and look at the deepfake technology here. It literally looks perfect. I haven't seen almost anybody complaining about the deepfake technology in this, and that's amazing. Oh, whoops. My fault. Tony says, the white robe Anakin is wearing are explained in a book. From the different point of view from Return of the Jedi. Anakin mentions that he doesn't remember these robes. Yeah, I did see that video, actually, Tony, of breaking that down. It's true. They do explain that. And they explain that, Obi-Wan gave them to him or something along those lines. And he didn't wear those robes when he was in the prequel trilogy because he was always kind of going down that dark path. And George wanted to show us that just by the robes that he wore. But it is a very specific detail. Because the only time we see Force Ghost Anakin, he's wearing lighter robes. And now in the Ahsoka show, when everybody thinks he's evil or the Son or he's about to kill Ahsoka, he's wearing his Revenge of the Sith outfit. Think about it. He didn't wear the Revenge of the Sith outfit throughout the entire prequel trilogy. He only wore it in Revenge of the Sith. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. Swagger Like Us says, Anakin is the balance, positive and negative, yin and yang. He is the balance. He was alive for 44 years. He was in the dark side for 22 and the light side for 22. But what is he now in the afterlife? Is he good? Is he bad? Is he bad? Is he good? I don't know. I don't know. J1 DRZ says the slaughtering younglings. What? Yes, he did slaughter younglings. Swagger says, true. Filoni had to rework Rebels' epilogue to accommodate the Mandalorian's thread, according to Dave. True. That is true. They did have to rework Rebels. Because, so you think he's retconning the end of Return of the Jedi? I don't know about that one. Honey Badger says, Anakin is the father, Ahsoka is the daughter, and I believe this show will reveal that Darth Maul is the son. Well, yeah. You said that in the Discord, by the way. If you guys want to join a fun-ass Discord with a bunch of people who love Star Wars, there's a link in the description below. And if you want to become a member of the channel and support the channel, there's a link in the description below to join as a member. We do giveaways. We're doing another giveaway, by the way, later for the finale of Ahsoka. We did a giveaway for the premiere of Ahsoka. Now we're doing a giveaway for the finale of Ahsoka. So if you want to get access to those giveaways, fun, cool, awesome stuff, we're starting a members-only Discord this week. Become a member today. Where was I? What was I even saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, Honey Badger said that Darth Maul could be the son. I always thought of the son would be like Luke, But then you brought up a great point. The Son is the living embodiment of the dark side of the Force, and Luke Skywalker is not a dark side Force user. So maybe it is Darth Maul. Maul is a good choice for the Son because he's always at the dark side, but he's not always like a bad guy, you know? Like, he wants to destroy Palpatine. He wants to destroy Palpatine for a long, long time. He knows that the Empire is coming and he wants to stop that in Clone Wars Season 7. So he's not always a bad guy, but he is always the living embodiment of the dark side of the Force. So he would be a great choice for the Son. Austin Snow says, just think about it. Anakin is the father, Luke is the light side of the son, and Leia is the dark side of the daughter. What? No, Leia's not the dark side. She's not dark side. Jay says, isn't the son trapped on Mortis? Yeah, so that's how we're led to believe, at least, but a lot could have happened since then. I mean, we don't really know what's going on Mortis, and Dave Filoni has said that he wants to keep a lot of what happens on Mortis a secret. He wants to keep it kind of close to the vest because if he tells you all the answers to that, then that just negates all the mystery. Why did Obi-Wan see Qui-Gon's Force Ghost on Mortis, but he couldn't see Qui-Gon's Force Ghost in the real galaxy? Why did the Son show Anakin his future? Saw him as Vader, and Anakin doesn't remember that. Why did Ahsoka die and have to be brought back to life by combining the daughter with her? Like, all that stuff is extremely important. Ghost Rider, what's up? Ghost Rider says, have you seen New Rockstar's breakdown of the scene? I have not, actually. I have not. I agree with their theory. I have not. Should we watch New Rockstar's breakdown of the scene? Should we do it? Dennis says, Ahsoka have a with stuff and with clothes in Rebels finale that is not in Ahsoka. The picture scene. What? Oh, Ahsoka's wearing the white robes, you're saying, and she's not in Ahsoka. That's true. I think Ahsoka the White is still coming. Well, let me ask you guys, do you think Ahsoka the White is going to come out of this? Like, when she leaves the world between worlds and comes back to the living world, is she going to be Ahsoka the White? Is she going to go through this crazy journey with Anakin here in this next episode and come back as Ahsoka the White? I think she will, personally. Honey Badger says, Google Sebastian Shaw in Return of the Jedi. I'm pretty sure they just cropped Hayden's head over Sebastian's body. I think they did too. I think they probably did too. But it still doesn't change the fact that he's wearing the lighter robes. Swagger Like Us says, there's been leaks a few months ago that say we are going to see how Ahsoka gets the staff and white robes. Yeah, so that was months and months ago, way before the Ahsoka show even started, that we were going to learn about how she became Ahsoka the White. And I think that's what we're going to be seeing in this next couple episodes. And yes, you all agree with me. Exactly. Dennis says, it could be a dream vision about the future. Do you think Ahsoka will see the future? I think she'll definitely go into the past, fight Anakin on Mustafar, probably try and stop Thrawn before him and Ezra disappear. But do you think she'll go into the future at all? Do you think we could actually see her go tell Rey to rise in this next episode? How crazy would that be? How many fans do you think that would upset? If Ahsoka not only went to Mustafar and tried to stop Thrawn, but also went to Exegol and told Rey whatever she says to Rey in that final scene on Exegol. How mad would people be? Imagine how mad would people be? Where was I? Friggin says, what does I didn't expect to see you so soon mean? All right, let's dive into what Anakin says to Ahsoka. He says, hello, Snips, which to me indicates that it is Anakin. Nobody else calls Ahsoka Snips except for Anakin. So he says, hello, Snips, and then he says, I didn't expect to see you so soon. Now, if this is, in fact, Anakin, who is dead in Force Ghost, or whatever you want to call it, Anakin in the afterlife, Anakin the father, whatever you want to call it, Anakin who has been dead for years, then he's probably referring to the fact that Ahsoka is dead or was going to die and he needed to save her. And the only way that he was able to communicate with her, because for some reason he can't be a Force Ghost for her, don't know what that's about. I'm sure that'll get explained in this next episode. But the only way that he could see her was if she came into the world between worlds. So what's interesting enough is he says, I didn't expect to see you so soon. So she is dead, or whatever you want to... Is she dead? We don't know. She might be dead. But if she's dead, then he didn't expect her to die so soon. That's pretty much what he's saying. So, I don't know. We're going to get all this explained for sure in this next episode. I mean, God, this next episode is going to be absolutely insane. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Fishing Vibes, what's up? Fishing Vibes TV says, the son is Ezra. Interesting. So Ezra does have a dark path in Rebels. By the end of Rebels, he's fully light side. He sacrifices himself to stop the Empire. Again, another fully light side Jedi type thing. And it doesn't seem like there's any dark side left. Now, maybe things have changed. It's been 10 years. Who knows? But I think when we see Ezra, he won't be dark side. I think he will be the friend that we know. The way that the show has been hyping Ezra up is that he's a friend of Sabine, he's a friend of Hera, he's a friend of Ahsoka. So if you haven't seen Rebels, that's kind of what you get. And if he was to show up as an evil character, it'd be quite confusing for many people who haven't seen Rebels. So I do think that Ezra, when we see him, will be good. So I don't think he would be the son, but I don't hate the theory. Tony says, vote Chopper to be the son. Oh yeah, Chopper's definitely the son. I mean, he's pure evil. Yeah, he's pretty much just a war criminal walking around just doing whatever he wants. Still mad about the lack of Chopper in this show. Still extremely upset about the lack of Chopper in this show. Raheem's World, what's up? Raheem says, hey Mike and Star Wars family, what's up? J1 says, he is a good bad guy. You talking about Darth Maul? Yeah, Darth Maul's a good bad guy. He's a great bad guy. I'm so glad that George and Dave decided to bring him back in Clone Wars, because think about all the awesome, cool stuff that we got from the Clone Wars and Rebels from Darth Maul. Are you kidding me? He's one of my favorite characters of all time, but if he wasn't in Rebels or Clone Wars, his only appearance was in The Phantom Menace when he gets chopped in half, he would kind of just be like a throwaway character. Now he's like one of the coolest characters in all of Star Wars. Honey Badger says, I don't know. Chopping off Pre-Vizsla's head and killing Satine and Qui-Gon is pretty much securing your spot as the dark side in my book. Yeah, he's definitely dark side. For sure, he's dark side. He's killed so many people, and he is a Sith Lord. So he's a great pick. He's a great pick for the son. He is. Yeah. He's also in Solo. He is also in Solo. He is, yeah. That was very cool. I mean, that's like the coolest ending for... Honestly, Solo is very similar ending-wise to how Episode 4 of Ahsoka ended. Giving us Anakin Skywalker to end that was crazy. Giving us Darth Maul to end the Solo movie was absolutely insane. I remember when that came out, people were like, wait, what? Yeah. Austin Snow says, maybe Ahsoka the White will be in the finale. I think we might actually get Ahsoka the White even sooner than that. I think after this episode, she will be Ahsoka the White. I think, so, Gandalf the White. Do we know Gandalf? Give me a one into the chat if you know who Gandalf is. Gandalf the Grey, Gandalf the White, Lord of the Rings. Any Lord of the Rings nerds out there? So Gandalf was a wizard from Middle-earth who dies. He dies in Fellowship of the Ring, I believe. He sacrifices himself, saving his friends. Very similar to the way that Ahsoka dies. Or dies. She falls off the cliff. Gandalf falls down a cliff, pretty much. He goes, fly, you fools. Ahsoka just goes, ah, and falls backwards. So it's a little bit different. But what happens is Gandalf comes back. So he did die. He dies, and he comes back a different Gandalf. Gandalf the White. And he's way more powerful, and he's like way more knowledgeable and all that stuff. Ahsoka might be going down the same path. She might have just died. Now, I don't think she died. I did a full-on video about did she die yesterday, and go watch that video. But I don't think she died. But if she did die, or some version of dying, I think she is going to come back as Ahsoka the White. Now, Ahsoka the White might be more powerful, might be more knowledgeable, might be more in tune with the Force. Think about it. The last time we saw Ahsoka in Episode 4, she uses the dark side, or at least uses the Force in a dark way, to pick up Shin and just chuck her against a rock. Like, literally knocks her unconscious. She throws her so hard because she thinks that Sabine is dead. She is filled with anger at that moment. So she's clearly kind of gray Jedi type, like dark side, light side, whatever you want to call it. When she comes back as Ahsoka the White, she might be more powerful. She might be more in tune with the Force. She might just be that guy, as Honey Badger likes to call it. We'll see. We shall see. J1 says, why is the world between worlds black in Rebels and blue in Ahsoka? That's a good question. Well, the world between worlds in Rebels isn't black. It's like space. There's stars in the background. And that's kind of what it is in Ahsoka too. It's just more detailed. Now, it looks way better in Ahsoka, but things in live action look different than things in animation. It just has more detail to it. It does have a bit more of a blue to it, but that's just because it's space, and it's kind of more realistic space. I don't know. I think the World Between Worlds looked fantastic, but I could not tell you why it's blue. Hardy Badger says, she should go into the future to Exegol, then pull Ben out before he gives Rey his life essence. Let her die because he is the true Skywalker. I love it. There you go. Retcon the sequels while you're at it. Why not? It's never going to happen. Friggin says, who is Rey? What is Exegol? # not my Star Wars. Well, there you go. J1 DRZ says, I think that Ezra will be a psychopath. Oh my God. Imagine like crazy, unhinged Ezra Bridger. That would be wild. I'm kind of digging that, Jay. Mike Knight. What's up, Mike Knight? Says, I'm back. What's up? Not much. What's up with you? Great name, by the way. If I haven't mentioned that before, it's a great name. Ghost Rida says, the son and the father both died in Mortis in the Mortis arc. Therefore, I do not believe that Anakin is in the World Between Worlds. Oh, the Anakin in the World Between Worlds is either of them. Do they die? I don't really remember how that Mortis arc ends. I know that the daughter dies, but do the son and the father die too? Oh yeah, the father does die too because Anakin's supposed to take his place. But does the son die? And can they even die? Like, what? Cappy says, what's up, Cappy? Says, what if Savage Opress was Morok resurrected? That's a great theory. I've actually seen that comparison before. Because when Savage Opress dies, this green smoke comes off of him, kind of the same way that Morok did. Now, what that is the Night Sister magic coming off Savage Opress, because Savage was clearly turned into this beast by the Night Sisters. But the same thing could be happening to Marok. Now, I don't think Marok is Savage, but I do think Marok could have been an Inquisitor that died and then brought back to life by the Night Sisters. It's definitely possible. I think Marok is an introduction to what the Night Sisters can do, bringing people back to life. So I think that will be what the clone stormtrooper army is, the undead stormtrooper army that's held together by Night Sister magic, that's brought back to life by Night Sister magic. That is kind of what Morok was. You know. Honey Badger says, the daughter and the father and the son all died in the Mortis arc. They all need replacements. Well, there you go. Austin says, I think Maul at the end of Solo is a retcon. No. That's where he should be at that time. He's the Crimson Dawn. He's working for the Crimson Dawn. It's not until we don't really know what happens to Maul in between his time as the ruler of the Crimson Dawn up until when he's on Malachor 5. We don't know how he goes from that to that. We don't know. There's a big gap for Maul, and I'd love to see a Maul show. Oh my God, Maul training Kiara in a Darth Maul series. Pfft. I mean, come on. Do you not want to see that? Give me a 2 into the chat if you want to see a Darth Maul series. How sick would that be? Dennis says, I believe the epilogue in Rebels will happen for a second time, with the stuff and the clothes being the same, but Ahsoka understands Sabine better. And that's why this is all a dream about the future. Oh, I get you. So you think that the whole first half of the season was just a dream? I disagree, but it's not a bad theory. Anthony says, Mike, Ahsoka, Jedi Padawan, then Ahsoka, former Jedi Padawan, now Jedi/Force Mystic. I bet her staff will be imbued with the Force, making it her new weapon. So you think she won't have her lightsabers anymore? She just has this staff? I wonder if they'll bring back the staff, because the staff did seem important. It did seem important. Finn Wickens, what's up, Finn? Says, hey-o, everybody. What's up, Finn? How we doing? Honey Badger says, Maul being the Crimson Dawn isn't a retcon. He survived through the Clone Wars and went on and finally died to Kenobi in Rebels, years after the events of Solo. Yeah, true. Swaggerliga says, the fact Disney has the full confidence in Dave Filoni in Episode 5 in releasing it into select theater is, The fact Disney has a full confidence in Dave Filoni's Episode 5, it received select theater treatment. There you go. I know it's going to break the internet. Yeah, so we thought that this last episode was good, and it was. 11 out of 10, for sure. But what's crazier is that this next episode could be even better. We got 3 lightsaber duels last week. Marok's reveal, Jason Syndulla's Force sensitive, that crazy jump into hyperspace with the Eye of Sion. We also got Baylan telling us a bunch of crazy shit. Sabine's a traitor, and the World Between Worlds, Ahsoka dies, and Anakin freaking Skywalker. All in one episode. All in 40 minutes, by the way. And that was insane. Not only that, I think next week will be better. Which is insanity. Absolutely insanity. We're going to get into what our predictions are for next week, but we'll get into that in a second. J1 says, Mike Knight says, all the Mortis gods died. All right. I believe you. The son stabbed the father with the blade and that can kill the Mortis gods. Well, there you go. But does the son die? Honey Badger says, the daughter dies, transitioning into Ahsoka. The father was stabbed by the dagger, and which left the son without his immortality, and then Anakin kills him. Well, there you go. They're all dead. Anthony says, perhaps that was the episode that made Kathleen Kennedy and Disney decide that the next theatrical release should be a film depicting the Avengers-level threat in the Mandoverse. Yeah. So Dave Filoni got this movie that was announced in April because of this show that we're watching right now. So this show is the real deal, and Disney knows it. Look at all the publicity they're doing for it, all the different trailers we're getting, all the social media presence. They're posting stuff like every hour on social media about the last episode of Ahsoka, about the next episode of Ahsoka. They're reposting fans' tweets, X's. They're really going all in on this show because they know it's good and they know fans are loving it. Not to mention the fact, like, my channel's tiny. I got a small ass channel right here, an amazing community. You guys are the freaking best, but it is a small channel. My numbers are up big time, like crazy up. Everybody else's numbers are up because the Ahsoka show is good and people know it. Even on Instagram, I'm getting DMs daily about, holy crap, that was sick. Did you see Anakin? Holy crap. Like, it's fun to be a Star Wars fan right now because it's good. It's real good. And that's what people like to see. And I think this next episode will blow people's minds even more. But yeah. VN, what's up? VN says, dub stream and dub show and dub Ahsoka. Okay, sure. All 3 of them die, which leaves me to believe that Anakin, Ahsoka, and Maul will take their places. Well, yeah, somebody has to take their places. Friggin says, smash the like button, you moof milkers. What the hell does that mean? But yes, I agree. Smash the like button. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? What? Smash the freaking like button and become a member. Why not? You know what? Well, why not? Why don't you sit and ask yourselves, why not? Austin says, but we got it in the comics. I don't know what you're referring to. Ghost Rider says a Darth Maul series. Darth Maul series. A Darth Maul series of him being chosen and his training would be awesome. Oh, so you mean before the Phantom Menace? That would be cool. That would be cool for cool. What if it was like a Darth Maul, like his whole life story? So it did have before the Phantom Menace. It did have during the time of the Clone Wars, him reigning over Mandalore. And then like Crimson Dawn, and then him on Malachor, and then him going to kill Obi-Wan, like all that. Like it was just jumping all over the place. That'd be sick. Friggin says Psycho Ezra is gonna lay waste to Baylan and Shin when he sees Sabine in handcuffs. Oh my god, yeah. I really hope we get Ezra in this next episode. I think it's less likely that we get Ezra and more likely we get Thrawn, but it would be very, very cool. And I think Ezra's going to lose his shit when he sees that Sabine has been captured. I agree. VN says, who's cuter, Ahsoka or Jenna Ortega? That's a true question. It's Hayden Christensen. Cappy says, third weapon. The staff will be a third weapon. She will lose a few limbs, like most Star Wars movies and series, to get cybernetic arms like Grievous. You think Ahsoka's going to lose her arms and get Grievous arms? I doubt it. Anthony says, Mike, have you heard about the upcoming book Star Wars The Living Force? Takes place 1 year before Episode 1, starring all 12 members of the Jedi High Council. No, I've not heard about that book. That sounds amazing. I've not heard about that. Swagger says, it's cool seeing Star Wars return, even if it's to its event blockbuster roots with Ahsoka and Mandoverse culmination feature. That's true too. You want Star Wars on the big screen. That's the best part. That's the best place to watch it. Now, of course, we're doing the watch party here this week, so I'm not going to be going to watch Ahsoka on the big screen. But if any of you get the ability to go watch episode 5 of the Ahsoka show on the big screen, do it. Absolutely do it. Star Wars is meant to be watched on a big screen, the biggest screen you could possibly find. So do it. Absolutely do it. Absolutely. Friggin says, Rian Johnson got a trilogy. Rian Johnson got a trilogy because The Last Jedi was so good. Yeah, that's true. So they thought The Last Jedi was going to be so good, and that's how Rian Johnson got a trilogy. I think this is a completely different situation, friggins. I think it's a completely different situation because Dave Filoni is already tried and true. He's already done Rebels, Clone Wars, Mando, all of it. So they already know he's good. Ahsoka was just pushed him over the edge, and they were like, okay, we'll give you a movie. But yeah, thank God Rian Johnson didn't get that trilogy, by the way. Thank God. Anthony says, I have a feeling that Filoni's theatrical release is a test to decide if the film makes The Force Awakens box office $2 billion to make a Mando trilogy, thus the real sequel trilogy. Yeah, so I think if the first movie, this Heir to the Empire movie that Dave Filoni's making, makes over $2 billion, he's going to get a trilogy. It's going to be a trilogy. I think it's going to be a trilogy regardless, but if it's successful, he's not only going to get one trilogy, he's going to get multiple trilogies. And he's going to be in charge of everything. I think Dave Filoni, by the time his movie comes out, he'll be the Kevin Feige of Star Wars. He'll be in charge of everything. He'll oversee every content that comes out. Comics, novels, movies, shows, and all of it will be interconnected. All of it will make sense in a cohesive timeline, and he will be that guy that's in charge of all of it. Yes, I do. Cappy says, Ahsoka dies and the show becomes Sabine's. Oh my God, no. Please no. Please no. Sabine dies and the show becomes Jason's. Austin Rider, Ghost Rider says, Austin, I hope that will happen. That would be the best scene ever. Oh, Rey dies. Yeah. Rey dies and everybody applauds. Okay, let's get into this right here. Let's get into predictions for the next episode. So, first of all, Mando's trending on Twitter for some reason. First of all, give your craziest and greatest predictions for episode 5 of the Ahsoka show in the chat right now. We're going to read this article right here. It's exclusive from the Bespin Bulletin. Anakin Skywalker in his Clone Wars armor, Captain Rex. Clone Wars content featured in Ahsoka episode 5. So this could be true. Now, I've read this article before. Don't get your hopes too high because they're just speculating here. But it is possible. I made a video about this, I think 2 weeks ago or last week maybe, about Captain Rex being in Ahsoka, about possibly seeing this Clone Wars flashback. It might happen. So let's read this article. Star Wars fans got a pleasant surprise this week. Yeah, that's the understatement of the frickin' millennium. Pleasant surprise this week with the Chosen One himself, Anakin Skywalker, making a cliffhanger appearance in Ahsoka's episode 4. Fans can expect to see more blasts from the past in this series, with Clone Wars era content expected to be featured. Interesting. One of these days, One of these days, I'm going to tip that cup over, and it's going to be full of water. Can I get some good cups follow orders in the chat, please? Good cups. Follow orders. Okay. This is their Patreon thing. We won't read that. Previously, I exclusively revealed that we would get to see Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker in the 5th episode of Ahsoka. Christensen briefly cameoed in the 4th episode of the series and left fans on a cliffhanger. Christensen's role in the 5th episode is much larger and far more significant, as you could assume. I had known for weeks that Christensen as Skywalker would play a huge prominent role in this 5th episode. I might have been the one who exclusively why is he just patting himself on the back constantly right now? I might have been the one who exclusively reported when fans could get to see Anakin Skywalker in Ahsoka series, but past reports from Making Star Wars revealed that an alternate reality scene was shot for the series that saw a much younger Ahsoka Tano facing off against Anakin Skywalker on Mustafar during the events of Revenge of the Sith. With this scene taking place in the World Between Worlds featured in Star Wars Rebels, and we got a glimpse of the dimension again at the end of Ahsoka Episode 4. So this Making Star Wars leak about this Revenge of the Sith scene between Ahsoka and Anakin, we've been talking about that. Oh, wait. Oh, that's good. We've been talking about that for months and months. Like, it's been a thing for a long, long time. And we got a glimpse of the World Between Worlds in this last episode. Making Star Wars report mentioned that Christensen had filmed new scenes for a Mustafar footage, and that he had been training for those scenes for a significant amount of time. Think about it. We're going back to the prequels. The lightsaber duels are going to have to be pretty damn good to hold up to the Revenge of the Sith duel between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Like, it has to be good. It has to be good. Where was I? At the time of the Making Star Wars report, it was unknown what episode this Mustafar event would take place in, but we now have the answer. In addition to the Mustafar scene, Making Star Wars also shared that it would feature scenes featuring Darth Vader were shot, though not reported. It's likely those scenes will also be featured in episode 5, meaning we could see Darth Vader next week as well, not just Anakin, but Darth Vader in the suit himself. One thing that feels like a no-brainer is it will feature Clone Wars era content. Well, of course, it will. I mean, think about it. Revenge of the Sith is technically Clone Wars era content. We know from dialogue featured in a TV spot from Ahsoka that at some point Anakin Skywalker talks about fighting battle droids. But we don't know if that scene is part of the World Between Worlds sequence or if it is tied to another scene. I mentioned at the time of my Anakin's appearance report that I had heard of Clone Wars era scenes, and from what I've heard more recently, and this is where the exclusive information comes from, Hayden Christensen has shot scenes as Anakin Skywalker supporting his armor from Star Wars The Clone Wars. Holy crap, it's happening. I've heard the 5th episode will explore the relationship of Ahsoka and her old master, so it feels more likely that we'd see Ahsoka and Anakin in Clone Wars era scenes during this 5th episode. Reddit user Economic Legal 6989, who shared accurate leaks for episodes 3 and 4 of Ahsoka, has been hinting at a Ryloth appearance in the series. It's likely that this is a part of Anakin in Ahsoka's flashback, as I too have heard of Ryloth's appearance. Now, I'm blanking on Ryloth. Hang on. Ryloth Star Wars. Ah, yes. So, Ryloth is Harrison Duel's planet. Yeah. So, this planet is seen in Rebels, in Clone Wars, in multiple episodes. So Ryloth is very cool, but Ryloth is also where, I believe, am I wrong here? Ryloth is Harrison Duel's planet, right? Yeah, right? Yeah, we're right. So Ryloth is also where we get introduced to Grand Admiral Thrawn in Star Wars Rebels, which is very interesting. Well, let's keep reading this article. Oh, whoops. Let's keep reading this article. It was previously reported by One Take News that Tamara Morrison would return as Captain Rex in the Ahsoka series, but the outlet did not know if it was for Rex in the present day or for flashbacks. From what I've been hearing, there are scenes featuring Rex, who you'd assume would be played by Tamara Morrison. They were filmed for Clone Wars era scenes. And I've heard nothing about present day Rex being featured. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean he won't. Just that I have not heard it. I don't know if these scenes feature Rex without a helmet on or with either. So I don't know if we'll be seeing the face of Tamara Morrison. I've even heard rumblings that a live-action Siege of Mandalore may be a part of an episode, even a glimpse of the Battle of Teth. Holy crap. So this World Between Worlds sequence might just absolutely be insane. You could be seeing Mustafar, you could be seeing Star Wars Rebels scene of Thrawn getting away, but you could also be seeing Ryloth, Siege of Mandalore, Battle of Teth. Like, you could be getting Clone Wars flashbacks with Rex and Anakin. Like, this is some crazy stuff. And it's not just these people pulling it out of their asses. This is not just randomized thoughts that these people are having that sound cool. These are actual reports of people hearing things from behind the scenes. Now, it doesn't mean they're true. It does not mean that they're 100% true, but it does mean that there is some truth to it. So interestingly enough, I have heard a lot of these rumors about Captain Rex. That's why I made the video last week. I do believe that Captain Rex will be in this show. Now, it might just be the flashbacks. Because if it was present day, Rex is really, really old. He has the accelerated aging, so he would be extremely old. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll see Rex? Think we'll see Rex in the show? Yes, no, maybe so. Rex, Captain Rex. Do you think we'll see Captain Rex? Let's keep reading. As mentioned earlier in the article, during the flashback scenes, we get to see a younger version of Ahsoka Tano, which will be interesting. I actually think this younger version of Ahsoka Tano will be voiced by Ashley Eckstein. I don't know who the actress will be. I doubt it will be Ashley herself, but I think it will be a younger actress, the girl from probably Game of Thrones that we talked about a few months ago. That actress playing Ahsoka Tano, but the voice will be Ashley Eckstein. I don't think Dave would throw Ashley to the dirt like that. I mean, they've been best friends for a long, long time. So I do think that we'll see Ashley or hear Ashley Eckstein's voice as Ahsoka if we do get these flashbacks. So, according to reports, it's been rumored for these scenes, the House of the Dragon actress Savannah Stein will be playing the younger version of Ahsoka, but probably not voicing her. She does look like Ahsoka, but she won't be voicing her. I do think it will be Ashley Eckstein. I've heard mixed things regarding this, so I'm unsure if that is accurate at the time of this writing. Personally, I think Stein would be a stellar pick to portray Ahsoka Tano during the Clone Wars era, and this is a rumor I would like to see be panned out. So then it just says episode 5 it's going to be on Disney Plus 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what do we think about all this? What do we think? Do you think we'll see Clone Wars flashbacks? Do you think we'll see Captain Rex Clone Wars flashbacks? Anakin Skywalker in his old Clone Wars outfit? I mean, it sounds so good that it sounds so good to be true. Too good to be true. But honestly, it's Dave Filoni. This guy's going to go big. Think about what we've already seen in this show. Sabine gets stabbed in the first episode. It might have angered a lot of you, but it was big. This 4th episode had the World Between Worlds, Anakin Skywalker, this giant-ass thing called the Eye of Sion, by the way, after Darth Sion from the Old Republic, that jets off into hyperspace in this wicked cool way that bumps these X-Wings into each other and blows them up. He's going big. He's absolutely going big, with lightsaber duels in almost every single episode. Like, he's going enormous. That's why I think we could see Anakin Skywalker in his Clone Wars outfit, with Captain Rex right alongside of him, with a younger version of Ahsoka Tano voiced by Ashley Eckstein right beside him. I think we could be seeing all of this. Now, the only thing I have with this is Ahsoka's supposed to be going back through the World Between Worlds, at least what we're hearing. She's supposed to be going back through the World Between Worlds to try to change the past. But what she finds out is that things are destined to happen. when she goes to take Obi-Wan's place in Revenge of the Sith, she can't defeat Anakin, or she does defeat Anakin, whatever happens, Anakin still falls to the dark side. It was destined to happen. When she goes to kill Thrawn before he escapes with Ezra, something happens because it's destined to happen. At some point, Thrawn is supposed to go to this new galaxy. How would seeing Clone Wars flashbacks be something that's destined to happen? How would a battle of Ryloth help Ahsoka on her journey? It would kind of just be fan service, no? Now, maybe there's an explanation to it. I don't really remember what happened in the Battle of Ryloth in the Clone Wars, but maybe something important happened that Ahsoka wanted to change. I'm not too sure. Yeah, Siege of Mandalore, like, what? Would she try to join Maul? Are we getting a what-if scenario of Ahsoka joining Maul during the Siege of Mandalore to try to stop Anakin because she couldn't on Mustafar? How crazy is this really going to get? How wild is Dave Filoni going to get with this? Is he going off the rails? Is he going Ahsoka joins Maul on Mandalore to try to stop Palpatine and Anakin? Is she going that crazy? Are we going to see Ian McDermott's Palpatine? Are we going to see a live-action Darth Maul again? Are we going to see Luke frickin' Skywalker? Captain Rex? How crazy is this 5th episode going to get? It's being put into movie theaters, ladies and gentlemen. They wouldn't do that for anything else. Episode 4 was incredible. Episode 4 was a masterpiece. And that wasn't put into movie theaters. How crazy is episode 5 going to be? Tell me what you think. Let me scroll up so I can catch all of your chats here. Friggin says, Daniel Logan as Rex in the flashbacks will be great. Oh, Daniel Logan's the kid who played Boba Fett, right? The younger kid. That'd be cool. But they'd probably go with Tamara Morrison. He doesn't look close enough to Tamara Morrison for that to make sense. Yeah. Honey Badger says, we get a conversation between Ahsoka and Anakin. We get to see Ahsoka go back and try to save Anakin and change the events of Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. And we see her versus Anakin on Mustafar, and even Clone Wars flashbacks with young Anakin, Snips, Padme, and even Kenobi sprinkled in with a little bit of Rex. Whew, that would be insane. But honestly, might just happen. Anthony says, oh, thanks for the good cups follow orders, by the way. Anthony says, Mike, after reading the synopsis for Star Wars The Living Force, I hope that the book depicts Baylan Skoll, Plo Koon's Padawan, before he lost his faith along with Kelleran Beck and Obi-Wan. That would be cool. Miguel H, what's up, Miguel, says, is there a preview trailer for episode 5? Not yet. I think there probably will, maybe on Monday or Tuesday, but like before the episode comes out. They've been doing it for the last couple episodes where they put like a scene. Like last week, it was outside the ship when Ahsoka and Sabine fight those guards, and Hu Yang is there too. That scene was released early, so that might be the same thing. Maybe we get a scene of Anakin and Ahsoka having a conversation early. I don't know. So far, no trailer, not yet. Honey Badger says, yes, Clone Wars, Anakin, Sky Guy, and Snips back together. It's possible. It is possible. I mean, we could be getting different looks at Anakin Skywalker. We already got the Revenge of the Sith look from that last scene. We're probably going to get Darth Vader look, Clone Wars look. Like, the possibilities are pretty much endless here, ladies and gentlemen. Swagger Like Us says, these leaks are insane. One of the leaks hints that the New Beyond threat that Ezra, Night Sisters, and Thrawn are preparing for, that reveal won't happen in Ahsoka, though. Oh, you mean it will be like the Grisk or the Yuzon Vong? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, too. I think there is a bigger threat. That's what Baylan's talking about in the last episode. There's something far greater going on here. I think the Grisk or the Vong or something along those lines will be introduced in this show. Friggin says, live-action Cham Syndulla? Oh, is that her dad? Is that Hera's dad? Cham? I don't even know how to pronounce it. I agree. Honey Badger says, I hope we get Rex. Me too. I really, really hope we get Rex. First of all, for Tamara Morrison, because Tamara Morrison deserves to play Rex. He never got to play Rex. Rex is a fan favorite character. Tamara Morrison is a fan favorite cast actor, whatever you want to call him. So him as Rex in live action is a fanboy dream. So please give it to us, Dave. And we got 20 people in the chat right now. Smash a freaking like on the video. And if you want to support the channel, become a member. Get cool access to giveaways, which we're doing another giveaway of awesome cool pop figures of Sabine, Ahsoka, and some more surprise giveaways for the finale of Ahsoka. But you have to be a member to get access to that. Cappy says, Rex will still be alive. I believe that he started living a healthier lifestyle and lived longer. I mean, a healthier lifestyle. If he has accelerated aging, he's going to be like dust at this point. By the Ahsoka show, he's so damn old that it doesn't really matter, you know? Swagger Like Us says, Siege of Mandalore flashbacks? Oh my god. Imagine live action Siege of Mandalore where you have Ahsoka joining Maul to try to stop Anakin's fall to the dark side. Or at least stop Anakin. Holy crap. And stop the Empire before it even starts. That would be insane. Anthony says, don't even tempt me with that. If we see 1 minute of Siege of Mandalore, that will blow my mind. It would blow my mind too. I don't know how crazy Dave Filoni's going, but I do think we will get some absolutely insane stuff. Absolutely insane. Austin says, I'm back. What's up, Austin? Maybe Baylan left the Order, making Ahsoka Plo Koon's Padawan. Well, Ahsoka was never Plo Koon's Padawan. Plo Koon just found her. She was always Anakin's Padawan. Yeah. Cappy says, Ahsoka to steal the Darksaber and get one black and one white dual blades. That would be kind of sick. I mean, visually that would be amazing. But no, the Darksaber's destroyed. It's gone forever. Honey Badger says, bro, that actually would be insane. Rex as Tamara Morrison, de-aged with blonde hair, or even old man Rex, I would lose my mind. If we see Rex in any way, shape, or form, I might actually lose my mind. Last episode, I couldn't even put words into a sentence. I might actually lose my mind. I'm definitely bringing the popcorn to Tuesday's stream, to the watch party. Popcorn this week for sure. And I might just throw popcorn everywhere. If something crazy happens, I might just throw my popcorn all over the place. Sounds like a terrible idea, but I'm doing it anyway. Mike Knight says, why can't they just put the next the next episode preview at the end of the show? Like, oh, that would be kind of interesting. Like next week on Ahsoka, like they do with some cable television. That would be kind of cool. But they want to get people to speculate. Now, of course, that would make people speculate more, but they want people to speculate about what they just saw, what that episode just was, like what that insane thing just was. So that's why it comes out week to week. That's why Disney Plus is good. Netflix has a whole season come out at the same time. That's stupid. Week to week, we get to sit here and speculate all week for 7 days. We get to speculate on what we think is going to happen, but we also get to fanboy about what just happened in that last episode. Anakin, freaking Skywalker, World Between Worlds, all that crazy stuff. We've talked about that on Thursday's stream, on videos on Wednesday and Friday, and today even. And now we get to shift gears going into next week into predictions for the next episode, because this might be absolutely insane. Anything's possible. It's going into the movies. It's directed by Dave Filoni. It's probably going to be about 50 minutes or more. It's going to be wild. Absolutely wild. Dennis says, will my theory come true? Oh, when my theory comes true, I am the king of Star Wars theories. Yes, you are, Dennis. Don't let anybody tell you differently. What's up, Marley? Eon Marley? Am I saying that correctly? I'm just going to call you Marley for now. Mr. Marley. Mr. Marley says, New Galaxy will be full of witches. I think it will. It's definitely where the witches came from. But what if witches are just roaming around like Force users? Like there was tens of thousands of Force users in the Star Wars galaxy. What if there's tens of thousands of Night Sisters or witches in this new galaxy? That would be insane. That's a good one, Mr. Marley. Ghost Rider says, if only the Commando books series were canon, then they would say that Rex took the serum. That's true. Those books are not canon. But there is a way to get around the de-aging. There is a way. Ahsoka, Rex, we don't know where either of them were during the original trilogy, and it could be easily explain that the two of them were on a mission together to stop his accelerated aging. ZZM, what's up? ZZM says, there would have to be an explanation as to how. As to how what? I don't know what you're talking about. Ghost Rider says, the serum cancels the aging of clones. Yeah, so I think they could get around that in some way. There's definitely a way they could do it. There's definitely a way they could do it. Cappy says, Disney wants me to use my imagination. It's true. They do. I'm not even gonna get started on Disney right now. I'm too excited about Ahsoka that I don't even want to put Disney and Star Wars or Disney and Ahsoka in the same sentence. I just don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. So I'm not gonna. Honey Badger says, crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room with episode 8. And episode 8 made me crazy. Episode 8, like The Last Jedi. I'm sure that would make you crazy. Austin Snow says, I think next week's episode will have Vader fighting Ahsoka. I think we could see that. I think, what if we get a live action version of Ahsoka versus Vader on Malachor 5? On Malachor 5 from Rebels. Imagine that. Imagine that. Live action version of that fight. I mean, the rumors do say that we're going to see Hayden in the mask, in the Vader mask. That would be wild. ZZM says, how would Rex still be alive? Oh, how Rex could still be alive. Yeah, they would have to explain it for sure, but they could explain it pretty easily. I mean, I think the most likely scenario is you get flashbacks of Captain Rex. It won't be present day Rex. It would be flashbacks. Flashbacks for sure. Swagger says, Mike, speaking of leaks, have you seen the one that mentions Thrawn has Cyborg? But I forgot his name. Are you talking about Enoch? Enoch was the gold-faced guy that was rumored months and months ago that nobody really knows who he is. He's supposed to be like a guard for him or something. Maybe Force sensitive, we don't know. That'll be interesting if he was a cyborg. Miguel H says, I have a feeling Sabine will die. She joined the bad guys. There's no turning back. Well, she didn't join the bad guys. She just saw it as the only way to go save Ezra, especially after Ahsoka just died right in front of her eyes. She doesn't know that Ahsoka's in the world between worlds. So I don't think Sabine is going to die, and I don't think she joined the bad guys. She went with them, sure, but she didn't join them. She's in handcuffs at the end. Honey Badger says, yes, The Last Jedi, lol. Yeah. Ghost Rider says, doesn't want to put Disney and Star Wars in the same exact sentence, then do that anyway. What? ZZM says, episode 8 made us all crazy. That's true. That is true. Cappy says, most likely Rex was secretly Palpatine. That's how he never dies. Well, there you go. Rex is Palpatine, confirmed. Somehow Palpatine returned again. And yep, there we go. We have figured it out. That's all we do here. That's all we do is figure stuff out. Anthony says, I keep thinking that Dr. Pershing, the remaining Kaminoans, and maybe something like a serum might be the key in reversing the aging of the clones, like Rex, Cody, and Wolf, etc. Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible that they could have stopped the aging, but we'll see. Honey Badger says, it really did make us all crazy. Yeah, it did. All right, let me see where this poll is at, by the way. Right now, what is Anakin? 56% of you think he is the father. That's fascinating. Next highest is 22% saying he's a Force ghost. 17% think he's an evil version of Anakin, and only 5% of you think he's the son. That's cool. That is cool. Austin says, here's a crazy theory that Anakin will fight Ahsoka in the next episode. That is a crazy theory. I think he'll fight Ahsoka in the next episode multiple times, actually. It's crazy. We got 22 people watching right now. 22 was the record 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. 22 was the record 3 weeks ago. Now the record's 28, and we're like getting 22 like it's nothing. So thank you guys for being here, by the way. Honey Badger says, I can't wait for Tuesday. Tomorrow is football Sunday, and I'm just ready for Tano Tuesday. I can't wait to see Hayden's next portrayal and what Dave has cooking up for us. Yeah, I can't wait either. And yeah, football tomorrow. Oh, let me say this on live. Why not? I was thinking about doing a fantasy football league. I know we'd be late. A fantasy football league just just Star Wars community, just the community around the channel, just the Star Wars community here, doing a fantasy football league a week late. We do a draft and everything. Probably like 10 of us, maybe. Just give me a 1 into the chat if that's an idea that you would like. Just try to feel the room out, you know, if we should do it. We could have cool names like Star Wars names for our teams. Have cool, awesome Star Wars themed things. If someone wins, maybe I'll give away some cool Star Wars thing. Give me a 1 into the chat if that interests you. If you're a Star Wars fan of it, I mean, a football fan of, in any way, shape, or form. Cappy says, turns out Anakin is the mother. Oh, there you go. Anakin could be the mother. Well, the mother is supposed to be, what the hell is his name? The mother is supposed to be, what the hell's the mother's name? Shnikes, I can't think of it. I think it starts with an A or something. Abeloth. Yeah, so the mother's supposed to be Abeloth, who's like this crazy thing from, I don't even know if she's canon. But, yeah. So I don't know if she's canon or not, but she is supposed to be the mother. But yeah, no, it could be Anakin. Friggin says, smash a freaking like on this video, you nerf herders. There you go. Listen to Friggins. Swagger Like Us says, true. Anakin was supposed to be redeemed. Turned and redeemed. That's true. Was supposed to be. Honey Badger says, yes, do it. 1. Austin says 1. Oh, only 2 1s. 2 1s can't get me a fantasy football league, okay, ladies and gentlemen? So if we don't have enough people this year, that's fine. We'll do it next year or something. But just a cool idea. Thought it would be fun. Thought there were some football fans in here, but I guess not. Ghost Rider says, Abeloth. Well, maybe I should have just kept reading. Abeloth should be the mother. Bringing her into canon would be awesome. Yeah, it would be awesome, but she's so overpowered. Like, so overpowered. I guess because she's a Mortis god, technically, but yeah. Dennis says, Thrawn and Ezra with the same Night Sister fraction, or 2 completely different ones. Oh, so you think they're just going to be good Night Sisters and bad? That would be cool. That'd be cool for sure. Actually, the mother was banished from Mortis. Was that explained in the Mortis arc? I don't remember that. It's possible. Possibly. Wait. Let's talk about Luke Skywalker for a second here. Let's talk about Luke frickin' Skywalker. I'm gonna start up a new poll here. Luke Skywalker, okay? Luke freaking Skywalker, okay? It's in the books. So, what happened to the uncle? So, is it in a canon book, though, Ghost Rider, that Abeloth was the mother? Is she in canon yet or no? I don't think she is. Let me start this. Will Luke Skywalker be in Ahsoka episode 5? Yes or no? You tell me. You tell me. Yes or no? What do you think? Luke Skywalker, is it too crazy? Is it too crazy? Or is it just right? No, it's not canon. I didn't think it was canon. I didn't think it was. Geeks of Mackleby. What's up, Geeks of Mackleby? Says, will we see the Yuuzhan Vong in this other galaxy? I think you'll... Maybe. I think maybe. If you don't see the Vong, I think you'll see the Grisk. And if you don't see the Grisk, I think you'll see the Vong. I think you have one or the other. I think there is this bigger threat going on in this new galaxy. But I don't know if it's going to be the Grisk or the Vong. Now, I don't know. The Vong and the Grisk are very different when it comes to Legends. The Vong having mostly just, what's it called? Like, they don't use machines. It's all organic. Organic is the word I was looking for. They use organics, pretty much. So they're very powerful in the ways of the Force, but it's more like they're just a very powerful species. Now, neither of which have been brought into canon. The Grisk nor the Vong are in Star Wars canon, but it would be cool to see either of them. Cappy says, no, not enough money to fund this. Not enough money to fund what? Oh, not enough money to fund Luke Skywalker. Interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. So, not enough money to bring in Luke Skywalker. Let me rebut that real quick. And yes, I did just say but. With one simple image. Yes, Anakin Skywalker. We saw him in the last episode. Not enough money to bring in Luke Skywalker. Think about the Ahsoka show we've been watching thus far. With all this crazy, amazing visuals of faraway shots of Lothal, this giant faraway shot of the Eye of Sion, the Eye of Sion blasting into hyperspace, all these spectacular shots that look better than most of the movies from Star Wars. All these amazing shots of CGI and of course deepfake cost a lot of money. A lot of money. But we've already gone insane. Cappy says that's where all the budget went. First of all, what do you mean? Because every freaking scene in this show is amazing. But oh, you mean it all went to this show? Well, Dave Filoni said, look, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm going to use all the money I want. It's going to be an amazing show, and we're going to make a ton of money. Then you're going to give me a freaking movie, and I'm just going to take over. But first, it starts with him doing whatever the fuck he wants in this show. They revealed Anakin Skywalker to us at the end of episode 4. They did. They revealed him to us. Meaning, there's a lot bigger stuff to come in episode 5. Now, we've talked about Clone Wars flashbacks, Captain Rex, possibly Anakin in his old Clone Wars outfit, Ahsoka versus Anakin on Mustafar, maybe Rebels stuff, maybe Siege of Mandalore stuff, which again would be very, very cool. But what about Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka meeting for the first time? We've already seen them meet in the Book of Boba Fett, but the Book of Boba Fett takes place after the Ahsoka show, or at least after this portion of the Ahsoka show. I do still think there will be this time jump that was rumored before. But what if we get the first time that Luke and Ahsoka, the Padawan of Anakin Skywalker and the son of Anakin Skywalker, get to meet for the first time? And not only that, Anakin is present for the time that they meet. And not only that, Anakin is the one who tells Ahsoka about Luke and Luke about Ahsoka, because he's there for it. We get the three of them on the same screen together. Luke, Ahsoka, and either Force Ghost Anakin or Anakin in the flesh through the world between worlds. It might sound so insane, but hear me out. So the Ahsoka show takes place, at least the first 4 episodes, take place before the Book of Boba Fett. Here's where the timeline goes. Mando Season 2 ends with Ahsoka capturing Morgan Elsbeth. Ahsoka begins with Morgan Elsbeth being freed from the prison transport, okay? The Book of Boba Fett has Luke and Ahsoka already have met, but that's almost a year, if not more, later on. So the Ahsoka show, at least the first 4 episodes, take place before the Book of Boba Fett. I still do think, because it's been rumored for months now, that there will be a time jump in the middle of the Ahsoka show. That'll probably be after this episode or in the middle of this episode. Wherever Ahsoka comes back out, it will probably be a big time jump. Not a big time jump, maybe just a year or even a few months, to catch back up to the Book of Boba Fett, to catch back up to The Mandalorian Season 3. Because Thrawn is coming, and if he already came to the came back to the galaxy, then that probably would have been mentioned in Mando Season 3. But it wasn't. So Ahsoka right now takes place before the Book of Boba Fett, but I do think it will go past the Book of Boba Fett. But with that being said, right now we are before Book of Boba Fett, meaning Ahsoka and Luke have not met yet. Meaning Luke-Ahsoka has not happened yet, but it still could. So, this is deepfaked Anakin, looks spectacular. We've already seen deepfaked Luke done amazingly in the Book of Boba Fett. So, although it will cost a lot of money to do, yes, sure, it will. They already have the template for what Luke looks like. They already have the ability to do it because they've already done it. What do you think? Is it too far-fetched to see Luke? Is it too far-fetched to see Luke Skywalker? By the way, I have a whole full-on video coming out about this tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So watch out for that. Let's see what you guys think. Honey Badger says, I don't think Luke will be in Ahsoka. Maybe after your video, my mind will change. Interesting. That could happen. Ghost Rider says, I hope it's the Vong. That would be awesome. Yeah, the Yuzon Vong would be amazing. Anthony says, Mike, I hope at the very least Anakin mentions Luke and Leia, perhaps asking why she hasn't been in contact with either of them since the end of the Galactic Civil War. What if Ahsoka doesn't even know that they're his children? Maybe Ahsoka's heard of Leia Organa, probably not Luke Skywalker because she would know the last name, but maybe she just doesn't even know that they're his children. It's possible that she hasn't even heard of them. I mean, why would she? If she wasn't involved in the original trilogy, why would she have heard of Luke and Leia? So I do think Anakin will at least mention Luke and Leia to her and mention the existence of Luke Skywalker. And that's when we will see the two of them, at least in the Book of Boba Fett. But I do think we will actually see them meet for the first time. I do. Friggin says Leia is more likely than Luke. I disagree. I think Luke's more likely because they've already done Luke. It will cost less money. It's less difficult to do because they've already done it. Leia would, I mean, they've already done Leia in Rogue One, like 7 years ago. But I want to see both, honestly. But I don't know. Leia is more likely. She will finally bring the New Republic into the fray. Hopefully, she's played by Billy Lord. Maybe. Geeks of Muckleby. Is it Muckleby? Geeks of Muckleby says, for me, episode 6 and episode 7 for me, episode 6 or episode 7 for Luke. I wonder if the threat is coming. The threat for the upcoming trilogy could be what comes out of the Mando film. Yeah, so I think this Grisk or Vong threat being like way bigger than anything else will be the threat for a post-sequel world. I think Dave Filoni is setting up a post-sequel world. I think he is setting up a trilogy after 7, 8, 9. I think he is setting up a 10, 11, 12. And we'll see how that goes. Salty Texas Ranger, what's up, Salty? Says, maybe we'll get some Luke Soka on Tuesday. I agree. I think we will. I think we will get the first ever sex scene in Star Wars. Just kidding. Okay. Cappy says, that's where all the budget went. Yeah, I mean, I think Dave Filoni took the entire budget for Star Wars for the entire year and put it into the Ahsoka show. And I can't blame him. I mean, why not? The show's amazing. It's so freaking good. Friggin says, so much like your father. Yeah, I mean, that line is so good. It's so good. I recently rewatched Book of Boba Fett, just that episode of Luke training Grogu. That episode is spectacular. Oh my God, the whole scene between Ahsoka and Luke is amazing. But even Luke training Grogu with him on his back doing like backflips, climbing up, hearing the Force theme, that episode is so underrated, it's insane. It's underrated because the Book of Boba Fett was not that good and people didn't really like it that much. I like it a little bit more than other people do. But that specific episode is perfection. It's 10 out of 10, 10 days of the week, 300 billion days of the year. It's crazy. Crazy. Anthony says, I think the only person who should portray Princess Leia Organa is her daughter, Billy. She's already done it once in episode 9. That's true, but it was deepfaked over her. So it wasn't her. It was Leia's face deepfaked over her face. If they're going to recast, they're going to recast as a different actress. D-Max says, hey, Mike, what's up, D-Max? How we doing? Raheem's World says, not enough money to bring in Luke? No. I agree, Raheem. I think money is not the problem here. Not the problem at all. Think about it. Like, look how amazing Anakin looks here. Look how amazing. Like, he literally looks like the Anakin we saw in 2005, 2004, 2005. Same exact freaking look. And this is a 50-year-old Hayden Christensen, or how old is he? 40-something, 45? A 45-year-old, however old Hayden is. This is him right here as 22 years old. Like, this is perfection. So however much money this costs, I mean, who cares at that point? Just keep going. Just keep going. Where was I? Austin says, so you're saying that the mother will be brought into canon? I hope the mother will be brought into canon, but I don't know if she will. Geeks of Muckleby says, Is it time for them to bring another actor like Sebastian Stan for Luke? The way that they could concentrate on telling that story, I know it would be great if they could do that. I mean, Sebastian Stan's such a big actor, it would cost almost as much, probably even more money to do that than to deepfake Luke. So I don't know if they will do that. As long as Kathleen Kennedy's in charge, they're going to deepfake the hell out of him. I don't think they'll recast, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it would definitely give you the ability to explore Luke's character more. It would give you the ability to do a Luke Skywalker Jedi Temple show. Just give me a 1 into the chat if you think a Luke Skywalker Jedi Temple show is a great idea. Like a young Ben Solo, you can add in a whole brand new cast of young Padawans and Jedi Masters and all that stuff. Like, is that a good idea? Is that a no-brainer? Jay puts a 2. What do you think? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a great idea. It's an absolutely fantastic idea, and I don't know why they haven't done it yet. Anthony says, thank you, Mike. Ahsoka has been taking place between The Rescue, which is the last episode of Mando Season 2, and From the Desert Came a Stranger, which is the Book of Boba Fett. Ahsoka's demeanor in the Book of Boba Fett is too cheery. That's true. So Ahsoka in Book of Boba Fett is very upbeat, happy, smiling, talking to Luke. You're so much like your father. Ha ha ha. He he he. You don't know what we just did behind that tree over there. Just kidding. She's very cheery and happy in that. In Ahsoka so far, she's been very, 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 very glum and sad, and just people have been like, what the hell's up with Ahsoka? Because what we've seen with Ahsoka in Book of Boba Fett is completely different than the Ahsoka we're seeing in this show. And it's because it takes place before that. And whatever happens in this next episode is going to change Ahsoka in a big, big way. Raheem's World says, Dave always has surprises. Sebastian Stan could be. Millie Bobby Brown as Leia could be. Millie Bobby Brown would make a good Leia. We pulled her picture up before. She looks like a young Carrie Fisher. She does. That would be good. Sebastian Stan as Luke would be amazing as well. If they go for the recast and they go big, like 2 big-time actors like Millie Bobby Brown and Sebastian Stan, that would be insanity. I mean, even, what the hell's his name? The guy who played Solo in Solo? What the hell's his name? Alden Ehrenreich. Even he was not that big of an actor when he got the role, but now he's a pretty big actor. I mean, he was just in Oppenheimer. So it'd be crazy if they recasted that. That would be insane. Cappy says, Yoda, he is the Grand Master with knowledge and to guide Ahsoka. Do you think we'll see Yoda in this next episode? I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Anthony says, continuation. Ahsoka seems so hopeful in the Book of Boba Fett, and even playfully references Anakin to Luke, so much like your father. For the Ahsoka series to take place after the Book of Boba Fett would make no sense. I agree. So even when she sees Anakin, she's like, what the fuck? So when she jokingly says, so much like your father to Luke, she's clearly had some closure with Anakin. When she sees Anakin and goes, what the fuck? She hasn't had that closure yet. This obviously takes place before the Book of Boba Fett. Now, I wish they did a better job of explaining that for more normie fans and for even fans like us who are confused, but we'll see. I think they will explain it. Ghost Rider says, that scene would be fantastic service. It would be fan service. I mean, like, what is fan service? Luke and Ahsoka meeting for the first time. We know they meet, so that's not fan service. Anakin calling out to his former Padawan and his son. That's not fan service. This is things that will happen. These are things that are supposed to happen. Fan service has lost all meaning, by the way. Friggin says, hot take. Book of Boba Fett was actually really good. I wouldn't say really good, but I do say it is good. The train heist episode is fantastic. The 2 Mando episodes, especially the one with Grogu being trained by Luke and Ahsoka, is top tier. And even the finale's not that bad. Cad Bane carries hard. The Rancor just going through Mos Espa is amazing. So, yeah, it's not as bad as people say, for sure. It's definitely not as bad as people say. D-Max says, I just joined to see what's up. Well, what's up, D-Max, is Ahsoka. Honey Badger says, haha, didn't even see D-Max's chat. What's up, D-Max? J1DRZ says, if there isn't enough money, they need to freaking fire Kathleen Kennedy and expand the budget. Yeah, money shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. I understand that Disney is in extreme debt, but if you don't have the budget to create good Star Wars content, to give us the cool things like Anakin Skywalker, like Luke Skywalker having a conversation with Ahsoka, then something needs to change. Now, up until this point, we have gotten those cool things. Ahsoka does have a conversation with Luke Skywalker while they're training Grogu in the Book of Boba Fett. That's amazing. Luke Skywalker does save the day at the end of Mando Season 2. That's amazing. Anakin Skywalker was at the end of this episode. That's amazing. So far, so good. The budget is there. It's as soon as the budget begins to alter the ability to do those cool things, that's when it's a problem. I think Kathleen Kennedy should be fired, not just because I promised I'd give away a lightsaber if she doesn't by the end of the year, but I do think she should be fired because of her just poor leadership when it comes to Lucasfilm for the last 11 years. She's been horrible in all facets of the meaning of the word. She has been terrible for the brand and should have been gone a long, long time ago. But I do think she will be gone by the end of the year. I do. Honey Badger says, Hayden looks great de-aged in Ahsoka compared to Obi-Wan. I know. What was up with Obi-Wan? Why did Hayden look like a 40-year-old Padawan in Obi-Wan when he looks freaking perfect right here? Let's pull up, let me pull up Anakin in Obi-Wan. Anakin Skywalker in Obi-Wan series. Why does he look like this? No offense. I mean, Hayden did a great performance in Obi-Wan. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, there you are.
Just open this. There we go. Hayden did a great performance in this show, but they didn't de-age him nearly enough. He still has wrinkles on his forehead. He still has, like, the wrinkles on his cheeks. And he just looks old. Here, he looks way younger. I mean, look at the difference here. Like, what happened? How does he look younger when he's supposed to look older than this scene right here? He's supposed to look like he's 18 in this. And in here, he looks like he's younger than this. This is crazy. But he looks fantastic here. No complaints at all. Absolutely none. Abso-fruitly none. Where was I? Dennis says, I think the big threat in this new galaxy could be Abeloth. That would be cool, but I doubt it. I think they're going to go for a new species, like the Grisk or the Vong, and go big. They're going to go big. Like real big. Real big. Well, thanks for the hearts, guys. Where was I? Friggin says, who the fuck is Ben Solo? Honestly, Ben Solo's the only good part when it comes to the sequel trilogy. Just kidding. There's some good part. There's some good. Ghost Rider says, when are we getting the Rey movie? The Rey movie's supposed to come out in 2026. I don't think it will come out in 2026, but it's supposed to come out in 2026. The writer strike and actor strike are still going hard. There's negotiations happening, but it's still not over yet. And and the Rey movie's not fully written yet, so when the hell are they going to film it? When the hell are they going to do, like, I don't think it's coming out in 2026. I just don't. I don't think it's coming out in 2026. Even if it ever gets made, it could just get scrapped. Cabby says, a show that slowly shows where it all went wrong. For Disney or for Star Wars? I'm confused. Austin says, but Kathleen Kennedy wouldn't like the idea. She's canceled the Luke series. But has she really canceled the Luke series? Because the Luke series wasn't ever officially announced. Kathleen Kennedy, doesn't she like to make money though? And I think Luke being in the Ahsoka show would definitely make some money. Jay says, yes, give me Yoda. Oh, Yoda would be cool. I seriously doubt Yoda. I'd give it a 2% chance you see Yoda, but Yoda. Geeks of Mackleby says, reported timeline is 9 to 10 ABY for The Mandalorian, The Mandalorian's 9 ABY. The Mandalorian's 11 ABY. So Ahsoka is in between. That makes sense. Anthony says, I'd rather see a vision of Luke's Jedi Academy. It doesn't rely on the future incident of the sequel trilogy. That would be so good of a series to watch on Disney Plus. Yeah, like just Luke starting up the Jedi Temple with Ben, and him and Ben going around the galaxy getting different like ancient artifacts and stuff like that. Like how sick would that be? How sick would that be? It doesn't have to tie into the sequels at all. I mean, maybe a little bit. You could have Ben turning to the dark side and see it slowly happening. But yeah, I agree. It would be amazing. Jay says, it should have been the movie instead of a 7-part series. Oh, you mean Ahsoka should have been a movie instead of 7-part series? Oh, you mean Kenobi should have been a movie. Yes, Kenobi definitely should have been a movie. Also, maybe even Book of Boba Fett should have been a movie, both of which were supposed to be movies and then got changed into TV shows, and you can really tell that that was the problem there. Austin says, I was excited to see Cad Bane in live action. Cad Bane is my... it's tough now. He was at one point my second favorite bounty hunter behind Boba Fett, but now he's probably my third, I'd guess. But Cad Bane is a top 3 bounty hunter for me, so seeing him in live action was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Dominic, you made it. What's up, Dominic? Geeks of Mackleby says, any chance the other galaxy could be the Star Wars What If galaxy? Could be kind of cool to see timelines where Anakin didn't fall to the dark side, or he did, but he beat Obi-Wan on Mustafar and stuff like that. That would be cool, but there's no way. There's no way this new galaxy is just a carbon copy of it with a What If. That's not happening. It's a new galaxy with Night Sisters, with Thrawn, with this all this other stuff. However, the world between worlds might be used as some sort of kind of like a what if scenario. We might be seeing multiple what if scenarios in this next episode. What if Ahsoka was on Mustafar? What if Ahsoka teams up with Maul on the Siege of Mandalore to actually take down Vader and Palpatine? What if Thrawn and Ezra never disappeared? What if this, that, and the other thing? We might see a lot of different what ifs through the world between worlds in this next episode. So yeah. But no, I don't think that next galaxy will be What If Galaxy. Ghost Rider said, Cad Bane was an awesome choice. He was an awesome choice. His connection to Boba was cool too. So yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. 26. Can we break the record tonight? Can we break the record tonight, ladies and gentlemen? The record's 28. The record's 28 consecutive people here. We got 26 right now. Smash a freaking like on this video. Become a member today. And super chats. You know, super chats are awesome. Support the channel. Come on. Come on. Dennis says, I will see Ezra training Jason and people will cry. Yeah, I could see Ezra training Grayson. Training Jason for sure. I mean, his master was Kanan. Kanan's son is Jason. Kanan's Padawan trains his son. Like, that's just poetry. I mean, come on. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Cappy says, they used a Snapchat filter to shop it. To shop what? The Anakin from Kenobi. Yeah. Kenobi series is a trash fire. Well, there you go. Geeks of Mackleby says, Kathleen Kennedy is a world-class producer, but shocking creative. I'd imagine she was a frustrated number 2, masterminded the Disney takeover, and now has her agenda rather than quality storytelling. Well, that's true. Kathleen Kennedy was always a producer. On E.T., on Indiana Jones, she was always just a producer. And what do producers do around a movie set but just do the kind of the dirty work almost. Like, they're not the director, they're not the writer, they're not the executive producer, they're not the creator, they're just there. They do work, sure, and they contribute to the production, but that doesn't mean she should be put in charge of Lucasfilm for 11 years. Like, that's just ridiculous. In my personal opinion. Ghost Rider says, Dennis, that would be awesome, and that's been my theory since Rebels has ended, which is Ezra will train Jason. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Raheem's World says, I want to make my Star Wars family laugh. Guess who wants to be involved in writing Ahsoka? Rian Johnson. I'm like, are you insane? You think Rian Johnson actually wants to be involved with anything Star Wars right now? Anthony says, Mike, the different creatives involved in the project is the difference. Filoni had a clear vision on how the series was going to go, and the budget is reflecting that. That's true. He prevised the entire show. He animated almost the entire show before production even began. What? Nobody does that. Nobody does that. So he already had a clear vision of what this show was going to be. For sure. For sure. Geeks of Mackleby says the best part of the new trilogy was John Williams' Rey theme and Kylo Ren's theme. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Star Wars music is Star Wars music. John Williams is a freaking genius, and even Rey's theme, the doom doo doom doom doo doom doom, like that's amazing. And the da 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 da, like Kylo's theme, amazing, fantastic. Cappy says for Luke's Academy showing it all go wrong is in his Jedi Order. What? Okay. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Cad Bane is a top 2 for my favorite bounty hunter. True. Same. Smash the like button. Yeah, smash the like button. What are you waiting for? Swagger Like Us says, according to the leaks, the New Beyond, a large fight will take place in a location called the Nadia Highlands. Huh. Interesting. Will that be a fight between, like, who, though? The Grisk? The Vong? What are we waiting for here? What are we waiting for? I don't think we'll see that in the next episode, though. That'll be further down in the season, probably 7 or 8. Geeks of Mackleby says, I think in terms of timing, I think Ahsoka comes after the other series. I think she will get sidelined somewhere, and it will explain her absence during the sequel trilogy and set up a return. I do think she will survive past the sequel trilogy as well, Mackleby. I do think she will. I think she'll be alive and well, and maybe starting a new Jedi Temple in this new galaxy or something along those lines, or she's just in this new galaxy doing something else. I do think she will survive the sequel trilogy. 100%. She's not in the prequels. She's not in the original trilogy. She's avoided trilogies so far. She can do it again. She can do it one more time. Friggin says, I'm so freaking hyped to see Ezra. Me too. 100% me too. Let me see where this... Wow. Will we see Luke Skywalker in episode 5? 52% of you say yes, but 48% say no. We're almost split right down the middle. That's crazy. That is crazy. Do you want me to sway your opinion a little bit here and show you a brief clip of the video that comes out tomorrow? You guys want to see a brief clip of the video that's going to come out tomorrow? What do we think? Should we take a gander at this amazing video I'm making? Give me a 1 into the chat if you want a sneak peek at the video. Sneak peek at tomorrow's video. Austin Snow says, it's really been 11 years since KK. She really should have been fired since day 1. I know, but you couldn't have fired her on day 1 because she didn't do anything wrong. She's done things wrong now. She's done things wrong. Get her out of here. Dennis says, Jason's fall to the dark side will take a long time. I do think Jason will fall to the dark side. Darth Caedus is on the way. I know Anthony always gets mad when I say that, but Darth Caedus is on the way. He's coming. He is 100% coming. And I do think that fall will be amazing. Hera's going to die. His dad already died. Ezra might die. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. A bunch of ones. All right, let's watch it. Let's watch the beginning of this video that's coming out tomorrow. Let's do it. This is the video. It's Luke Skywalker. Is this volume going to be good? Luke Skywalker. Oh, that's a little loud. Hang on one second. That's a little bit loud. Can I change it? What? Let me alter you. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That should be good. All right, let's try it. Luke Skywalker may be in episode 5 of the Ahsoka show, and we could get the conversation Star Wars fans have been waiting for over 40 years.
Don't give me hope.
Anakin Skywalker telling his son and former apprentice what happened. Palpatine, Padme, Order 66, all of it.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
This is where the fun begins. It's definitely a good one.
So this is where the fun begins. This This video is going to be awesome. So I do think this video will sway a lot of your opinions. Oh, and by the way, Geeks of Maccleby, thanks for becoming subscribing to the channel. If you're not, guys, subscribe. What are you waiting for? This video might persuade you to think that Luke will be in this. I make a few good points, and I've made a few of them tonight, but I make a lot better ones, more concise ones. I had time to think about it. I wrote it down, all that stuff. I make a few Luke Ahsoka jokes. I make a few Luke Ahsoka jokes, even though we've already seen them together in the book of Boba Fett. Wait, there's a better one. There's a better one. Hang on. There's a better Luke Ahsoka joke. One second. Here we go. It happened yet, which is great because many fans have been begging to see Luke and Ahsoka meet for the first time.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Oh, this video is gonna be amazing. Okay, yeah, that's your sneak peek. That's the trailer for tomorrow's video. That's the trailer. That's the sneak peek. So come by at 12 p.m. We'll be doing the premiere for that video. Yeah. Where was I? J1 DRC says, do you think that Ahsoka can be the new can be in the new Rey movie or Ezra? I think if the Rey movie happens, it won't involve any of those characters. However, I don't think the Rey movie's happening, and I do think that Ahsoka and maybe like the Grisk and stuff will take over that time period. I think that will kind of be the more main focus there. Yeah. Geeks of Maccleby says, one on the themes, catch the video on YouTube where very clever people explain the relationship of Rey's, Kylo's, and Palpatine's themes. John Williams left us all the breadcrumbs. Yeah, so in a trilogy that was completely unconnected, the sequel trilogy, what connected all the characters and all the cool things was John Williams' score. So the music was more connective than anything else in the sequel trilogy, which was kind of crazy. I have seen that video though. Yes. Cappy says, Jason will eventually have kids and give birth to a baby girl and will name him, and he will name it Chopper. I doubt it. Geeks of Maccleby says, I have liked and subscribed. You good people should do it too. Yeah, I completely agree. So what is the new video called? Space MILF and Space Boy and Saber Boy? No, it is not called that. It's probably going to be called like, Will Luke Skywalker be in Ahsoka Episode 5? I don't know, something like that. But that will drop at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Ghost Rider says, sounds more like Hub Video Geeks. Oh, okay. We're getting a little fired up now. We've hit the 1 hour 50 minutes mark. We're getting a little bit weird here. Austin says, I think KK will get fired in 2024. No, Austin, it has to be this year. I don't want to. I want to give away a lightsaber, but not yet. And I don't want to give it away for that reason either. I want to give it away because you guys are the best community ever, and you guys all support the channel by becoming members. We got 6 members right now who are all automatically put in to get the giveaway, of course. Yeah. All right. What else we got to go over? What else? I think there was something else I wanted to do here. What was it? No. Meow. Any last predictions for episode 5? So apparently, Making Star Wars says no more Mustafar scene in episode 5. Wait, what? Hang on, let's pull this up. Making Star Wars. Let's see. Where was this? Where is he getting this from? Making Star Wars. Any crazy, like absolutely crazy predictions for this next episode? What the hell's going on here? Making. There it is. Huh. So Making Star Wars just tweeted out a couple hours ago, Star Wars Ahsoka. Not everyone makes it home. Holy crap. That means somebody's going to die in the New Beyond. Mustafar cut, ? And Rex with an exclamation point. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. So let's break down what the tweet says. First of all, it says, Ahsoka, not everyone makes it home. Meaning not everybody's going to make it home from this New Beyond. Is it Ahsoka? Is it Ezra? Is it Sabine? Is it Baylan? Is it Shin? I think it's probably going to be Baylan or Shin or Morgan Elsbeth. I don't think they'll kill off Ahsoka, of course. I don't think they'll kill off Ezra. I don't think they'll kill off Sabine just yet. But wow, not everyone makes it home. What if it's Hera Syndulla? What if Hera gets to the New Beyond and dies? They come back and have to explain to Jason that she dies, and Jason turns to the dark side. Darth Caedus, here we come. But no. What he also says is, Mustafar cut, ? So maybe the scene from Mustafar's cut, maybe not. That would be a bummer. That'd be a bummer for sure. But if we do get Clone Wars flashbacks and no Mustafar, that will be okay with me, I suppose. But he also says Rex, ! So a lot's going on in that small little tweet, but Captain Rex is also in it as well. That is wild, wild stuff right there. Wild stuff. Crazy, crazy. Jay says, did we watch the new Rockstar video? Do you guys want to watch that new Rockstar video breaking down that last scene? Should we do that? Give me a 1 into the chat if you want to do that. Austin says, that woman has to go. Oh yeah, Kathleen, I know. What about the guy from the last stream on episode 4? What about the guy from last stream on episode 4? What? What are you talking about? Ghost Rider says, if it wasn't for Filoni, I would have given up hope on Star Wars. Filoni is kind of doing that for a lot of fans. I mean, I wasn't at that point yet where I was going to give up completely if Filoni wasn't here. But Filoni is, I mean, he's the guy. He's the guy. He is the guy. So we'll see. Geek says, I thought we might get a bit of Thrawn. I think we will get a bit of Thrawn in this next episode. I do think we will. I think it'll probably be the end of the episode. The same way we got Anakin in this episode is probably how we're going to get Thrawn in the next episode. But what I said, like I said on Thursday, Thrawn's first appearance has to be amazing. It has to be badass. It has to make you afraid of him. He can't just have an entrance like Moff Gideon or Baylan or Morgan Elsbeth. He has to be at the level of Palpatine. He has to be the next big threat. He has to immediately scare you. Immediately, you know he's more powerful than even like Moff Gideon and Baylan and all of them. You have to get that immediately from the first appearance of him. So that's going to be big, and that might happen in next week's episode. Might happen. Cappy says, Ezra decides to stay because there's no tax in this new galaxy. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Geeks of Mackleby says, Baylan is a great character. So sad we lost his actor, I know, and it will really suck if he survives the entire series, because then they're gonna have to do something with his character, which would suck. All right, I see a bunch of ones. We'll watch that video real quick. Swagger Like Us says, prediction: the Clone Wars flashbacks break the internet. I think they will. I mean, I think a lot of this episode is gonna break the internet, but that definitely will. Geeks of Mackleby says, I would have loved Jason and Jaina to be in current canon. Blasted Disney. I know, Jason Solo. Jason Solo. Darth Caedus would have been amazing. Instead of Ben Solo, instead of Kylo Ren, Darth Caedus, getting the actual heir to the Empire trilogy instead of the sequel trilogy. Whew. Jay says, the guy is crazy. Wait, the crazy guy who said episode 4 was bad. Oh, yeah. So what'd you say before? What about the guy from last stream on episode 4? I know, yeah. So we reacted to this guy who was like probably put into Arkham Asylum immediately after the stream. Everything he said was wrong. It was crazy. But so I think new Rockstars won't be Eric will be a little bit nicer, to say the least. All right, let's see it. New Rockstar. What is it? Just the ending of Ahsoka? Let's see what happens if we look up New Rockstar. Shut up, Eric. Just kidding, Eric. Much love. All right, here's this breakdown for the last. It's a half hour, Eric. Just put it into brief words. I have to make a 30-minute video.
Welcome back to New Rockstar.
All right, we'll watch some of this video. We'll watch some of this video. Not all of it. Not all of it. Some of it. Okay.
I'm Eric Boss.
Actually, wait. We can just skip through here. Skip the intro. Secret of Cetos.
Is rooted in the ancient Greek, where Ceto was the goddess of sea monsters, leading to the Latin Cetus, which means whale, and also the name of a constellation. So we're going to be doing more to chat with you folks in the comments.
Interesting.
So keep those great insights coming. And one of the very first lines Sabine says this episode.
Where's Ahsoka?
Outside.
And that is where we leave Ahsoka at the end of this episode, wondering where she is, and only knowing that she is outside of our realm of existence, in the path of...
By the way, the new Beyond looks incredible. What's up, Bruce? How we doing? Looks incredible. Absolutely amazing. Look at this. Come on. It looks so good in live action. Talk about stuff in animation going into live action. This is amazing.
danger. Now the trees of Cetos are red-leaved, reminiscent actually of the crimson outgrowth formed in the Clone Wars Mortis arc when the celestial deity figure, the sun, attacked to separate Anakin and the sister from Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. If that sounds like gibberish to you, again, watch our Rebel Season 4 breakdown and recap it there. But Jason, remember, is the son.
We're skipping through a few things here. So he goes to talk about Jason, Kanan, and Doom Wolf. So what he notices here is
another fallen
Jason,
Jedi, Kanan Jarrus,
oh,
and he
they're making
actually
up.
wears the same
He wears his shoulder thing.
green pauldron that Kanan wore
Pauldron.
throughout.
Look at that. He's wearing the same pauldron thing. That's pretty cool. But also, I think Finn was it who Finn? Finn? I'm pretty sure it was Finn. Finn, are you still in the chat? Finn was the one who put in the Discord that Kanan Jarrus's picture is on the dashboard of the Ghost, which is very, very cool. I don't even know if Eric gets into that here. All right, he's going over all this other stuff, but we want to get to Morok's reveal. No. Balin versus Ahsoka. No. Balin's turn. Sabine. No. World Between Worlds. No. Anakin's return. All right, let's see what he has to say about Anakin's return.
So who would be Ahsoka's fire demon? Well, from the Mortis arc in Clone Wars, the god the sun lived on through...
Master?
I didn't expect to see you.
Ooh, interesting. So what he's saying is the son. So the same way the daughter goes into Ahsoka in Mortis, he thinks that a piece of the son. I'm sorry, the daughter goes into Ahsoka. The son goes into Anakin when before they leave Mortis, and that's why he turns to the dark side.
So soon.
Looks so damn good. Looks so damn good.
Guy? Wait, what's wrong with your face? Hayden Christensen is back!
What? Eric, you don't like the CGI? What?
I love it! Snips was, of course, Anakin's nickname for Ahsoka in the early seasons of Clone Wars when they often butt heads. And I love how Anakin appears over her left shoulder just as he did in Rebel Season 2 Episode 18, Shroud of Darkness, when
Or how about even it's the reverse of when you see Vader fight Ahsoka on Malachor 5.
Ahsoka sensed visions of Anakin and Vader in the Lothal Jedi Temple, her guilt working through her choice to abandon him in the Jedi Order.
Ahsoka, why did you leave? Where were you when I needed you? Do you know what I've become?
So good. Rebels is so good. If any of you haven't seen Rebels, what the fuck are you waiting for?
Now, Hayden Christensen has been de-aged for this, but I think he was meant to look a little ghostly and just off. Because A, the animated version of Anakin was really the Anakin that Ahsoka knew, and B, I don't think this is Anakin. Like at first glance,
Doesn't Anakin have like blue eyes though? Why is his eyes so dark?
we think this is Anakin right before Revenge of the Sith, when Ahsoka said goodbye to him in Clone Wars Season 7, the last time they saw each other before he turned into Vader during the events of Revenge of the Sith, essentially the essence of Anakin that died when Vader took over. Sure, I get it.
Sure.
It's the Force Ghost that George Lucas weirdly put in that 2005 DVD special edition of Return of the Jedi, and everyone was really mad. But look closely at his lightsaber. It's hard to tell, but at first glance, this looks darker than Anakin's lightsaber, almost more like Vader's lightsaber, which is similar in
It's true, but this is a weird picture of Vader's lightsaber. Vader's lightsaber is not black here. Like, this is just a weird picture that Eric found that to make it probably look more like this. It's not black here, it's silver. So it does look like Vader's lightsaber, but it's not.
structure, but it has more black pieces throughout the hilt. It is possible that the chrome of Anakin's hilt is just reflecting his dark robes and reflecting the dark surroundings.
I think
but
it's
what's
just the shadow.
throwing me is the silver clip at the center of it. I don't know if that part would be so brightly silver while the rest of the hilt is that dark and the chrome of it not even catching any of the blue light that Anakin's skin is.
Maybe it's reflecting off of Ahsoka's white face, or white tendrils, or whatever they call
And
it.
to be clear, the silver clip is not how the saber attaches to his belt. The hilt hangs from the pommel like most lightsabers do. Now, Anakin does bear the scar that he got from Asajj Ventress during Clone Wars that he had in Revenge of the Sith, but there's just enough here to think that he is sus. Also, he has this ghostly blue pallor that recalls the blue fire used by the Emperor to see into this realm. It's the same Sith sorcery that he used to try to corrupt Yoda's mind through a connection with Dooku when Yoda was on Moraband in Clone Wars
so
Season
good.
6. Now, the world between worlds and Rebels is not known to have ghosts in it. In Mortis, Obi-Wan talks to Qui-Gon, but in Rebels, World Between Worlds, it's just supposed to be voices. So I think, since Morai, the representation of the daughter, was already there for Ahsoka, and this realm is totally linked with the Mortis gods, it is possible that this Anakin is not Anakin, but is a form of the sun, a representation of the dark side, as that Mortis arc and Anakin's connection to the sun was really a moment that foreshadowed Anakin's destiny as a fallen Jedi. Now, this lightsaber may just end up being Anakin's lightsaber, but if there's something suspicious about it, who knows? It could be a disguised form of the dagger of Mortis. And if Sam Witwer does have a live action role on this series, I don't know,
As the Sun?
having him play the Sun would be perfect casting, as it would
That'd be
justify
amazing.
why we've been hearing his voice in the mix. Now, I think episode 5 is going to allow Ahsoka and Anakin to reconnect, give us that visual again, at least at first, but it may give way to a duel
You don't really
if this
see-
ghost Anakin
You don't really see any portals in the World Between Worlds. Like all the portals you see in Rebels, you don't really see any in this.
is revealed to actually be the Sun. Because the final seconds of the episode hint that we are in for a dark side take on Anakin. Listen closely.
The Vader theme, of course.
That is 100% the notes of the Imperial March, Darth Vader's theme. Ooh, what an episode. Comment down below with your theories on what this
What an
Ahsoka series
episode.
plans.
So that's a great breakdown from Eric if you guys want to go watch that. But oh, that's the whole episode breakdown. That makes sense. Good thing we skipped to the Anakin stuff. So he does seem to be on the path of he thinks that Anakin is the son. Now I think that's I don't agree with him, although he does make some good points. Yeah, but I just don't agree. I just don't. Quite frankly, if it was the son, I would be way more surprised. Just because of the fact that we see the son die. And not only that, but Anakin is supposed to change Ahsoka in this. She's supposed to come back out Ahsoka the White. So if Anakin right away is already stabbing her in the back or already doing crazy stuff that shouldn't be happening, like, that's not good. Not good. So it'll be interesting to see, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you still think it's Anakin? Do you think it's evil Anakin? Thanks for the hearts, by the way. Where was I? Geeks of Muckleby says, I hope we get to see the Vong and see TIE and X-Wing fighting along side by side, and all the visuals that would bring. That would be cool. Yeah, seeing the X-Wings actually in the last episode was very cool visually. It was very A New Hope. Very, very. I think Balin will sacrifice himself. Shin will be pulled to the dark side. Interesting. Bruce, what's up? Bruce says, had a vivid dream, aka sleep vision, of the future, and your channel was at 1.1 million subscribers. You gained great power. Don't turn to the dark side. Oh, when does that happen, Bruce? That'd be amazing. I don't care. You guys are the best anyway, so as long as we keep getting more people like you guys in here, fine by me. Friggin says, yup, that Kanan looks like Freddy too. It does kind of look like Freddy. When you zoom in really close, it's really blurry, but it does look like Freddy. Geeks of Mackleby says, what if Thrawn was mastermind stranding Ahsoka in another galaxy to take that piece off the board for Palpatine's / the Emperor's return? Thrawn is that type of genius. He is that type of genius, but I don't know if Thrawn knows about Palpatine's return. He was a high-ranking Grand Admiral, so he might, But I don't know if he wants Palpatine to come back. I don't think that's his goal. I think his goal is to stop the Grisk of the Varn or something like that. Something like that. Cappy says the sun goes into Anakin. Yeah, it's possible. That scene was so epic. It really was. Bruce says, what are the odds we get a Maul scene in this season? And if so, what would the context be? Great. Let me stop you right there, Bruce. We were just talking about this before you got here. There's new rumors that we could be seeing a possible Siege of Mandalore callback or flashback in this World Between Worlds sequence, meaning you could get some sort of maybe Maul and Ahsoka teaming up or something. Like Ahsoka doesn't join Maul. What if she goes back to join Maul and she joins Maul and ends up trying to fight against Vader? Like, that could have Darth Maul in live action. That would be insanity. Baylan to me is extremely badass. So far, he's on the track to be one of my favorite Force wielders. Wonder if he'll have a heroic moment. I don't know if Baylan will turn back to the light. I don't think he really is that dark side. He doesn't want to kill Ahsoka. The entire fight he doesn't want to, and at the very end he says, you made me do this. And then he kills her. So, I don't know. We'll see. Jay says, do you think Ahsoka the White will be in the series, or do you think she will be in season 2? First of all, I don't think there will be a season 2. I think it'll lead right into the movie. But I do think we will see Ahsoka the White in this series, yes. The Vader's theme made me guess whether everything was as it seems. If it's not Anakin, he will turn up at some point. Yeah, but I think it's Anakin. I do think it's Anakin. The Vader theme did make you think, but I do think it's Anakin. Yeah. Anthony says, I agree. So far, Baylan Skoll is my favorite Star Wars anti-hero. And yes, I do believe that Baylan will die by the end of this series, doing something noble and heroic, getting his faith back. I could see that. I could see him sacrificing himself to save the good guys or something like that. I could see that. Yeah, for sure. Swagger Like Us says, what Filoni is doing with Ahsoka isn't easy. Making a transition from animation, video games, or comics via live action requires talent. Dave Filoni has been an exception to the rule. That's true. It is hard to take something from animation or even in a book to live action. Grand Admiral Thrawn, The World Between Worlds, Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan, all of those people have been brought into live action perfectly by Dave Filoni. Also Harrison Dula, Sabine Wren, probably going to get Ezra soon, all that stuff. Lothcats, Lothal itself, all that stuff. You can do it badly. Do I have to remind you of the Grand Inquisitor? Like, it can be done poorly, and Dave has a great track record so far on what he's done. Yes. Jay says, does Thrawn hate Palpatine? I don't think he hates Palpatine. I think he was more working for him. In the Thrawn novels, it's because he's trying to save his own people that he gets a high up role in the Empire, because he's trying to protect his own people. I don't know. I think we'll see what Thrawn's intentions are very soon. Yeah. Austin says, I think Thrawn needed Ezra's help. I think they're both going to need each other's help when they first get there, because they're probably like almost dead when the Purgles just drag them there, but we'll see. Ghost Rider says, in Heir to the Empire, the only reason he joined the Empire was because he thought it would help the Chiss since they were more powerful. They were the most powerful. Yeah, that's kind of probably what's going on here too, is he's probably trying to just help his people. And maybe we'll see the whole Chiss ascendancy. Maybe we'll see the planet Scylla or Sala, whatever it is. Yeah. Bruce says, Dave Filoni said something along the lines of all Star Wars Legends and comics material are basically free real estate for his disposal. Yep. What are some of the things that you think you want to see the most from Legends? Whew. Well, from like Heir to the Empire Legends, I'll just say, if you're talking about that time period. Definitely Darth Caedus, Darth Caedus, if I haven't made that clear enough yet. A cloned version of Luke would be cool, because it would also allow Luke's fall in Last Jedi to make a little bit more sense. Clone version of Luke would be cool. Mount Tantus, for sure. It's already in canon, but like Thrawn going to Mount Tantus, for sure. the Salamari, the Usalamari, whatever they're called, would be cool so that Thrawn just can't get forced around by Ahsoka or Luke or whoever, or Ezra, whoever. That would be cool. It's just so much. I mean, if you go beyond the Heir to the Empire, anything from Old Republic, anything. Dawn of the Jedi stuff's pretty cool too. Yeah, I mean, it's the possibilities are endless. Jay says, do you think we will see any Lothwolves in Ahsoka? Yes, I think we will see a Lothwolf. I think we will see Doom, the Lothwolf, in the Ahsoka show at some point. There was rumors months ago about Ahsoka riding across one of the plains on Lothal on a Lothwolf. That would be insane. We'll see. Or Agent Kallus. Kallus would be cool. I doubt we'll see him. Ghost Rider says Kallus would be awesome, but I doubt it. That's kind of where I'm at. Kallus would be cool, but I doubt it. I mean, Zeb's not even here yet, and Zeb's a part of the Ghost crew, so I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Holy crap, we're at 50-50, exactly 50-50 as a community on whether or not we'll see Luke Skywalker in the next episode. That's crazy. Now, I wonder if we pull this up again on Tuesday after you guys have watched my video, if your thoughts will change on that. We'll see. We'll see. I am going to get on out of here. We've gone for 2 hours and 10 minutes. These streams just, they fly right by. It's amazing. You guys are so fun to hang out with. And we've grown quite the community here. Quite the community here. Still growing every day, of course. Getting new people in here. Geeks of Mackleby, thanks for the subscription, of course. And the two others earlier were, I can't see him now, but that's okay. Shout out to all you guys for being such amazing supporters of the channel. Keep sticking around, keep being amazing. Think about becoming a member to support the channel. It would be a big help. We can do more giveaways. The more members we get, the bigger the giveaways get. Lightsabers are the goal. Lego sets, all that stuff are expensive, but we want to do giveaways for them. And super chats and stuff like that. But just watching the videos is all I can ask from you guys. Watching them, commenting, liking them, putting them out to more and more people is amazing. Bruce says, Lothwolves are confirmed. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, I won't, Bruce. Jay says, how do you know, Bruce? Dominic says, have never seen 50-50 in so long. I know, 50-50 right down the middle is crazy. Swagger says, speaking of potential Luke Jedi Academy series, Tales of the Jedi could feature some of those stories. That's true too. But I am going to get on out of here. You guys are the best. The best community in Star Wars ever is right here during these live streams and right here on the channel. Some of you kind of suck, not in this live stream. Some of you kind of suck who come at me in the comment sections, like, calm down, please. But the rest of you are amazing, so yeah. All right. I'm going to get on out of here. You guys are the absolute best. Smash a like on this video if you liked it. Hit subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And my pretty face will show up in the recommended feed of yours. And may the force be with you. Always, 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 always. Where's that stupid button? There it is. Got it. Bruce says, it was confirmed by a very special giant wolf set piece on set of Ahsoka. Well, there you go. Raheem's World says, Mike, you are so dope. I love the way you engage with us. See you, Star Wars family. Well, thank you, Raheem. That's very nice. Dominic says, bye, Captain Mike. See you later, Dominic. What a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your lives. Watch out for that video coming out tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody be there for the premiere at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mark it on your calendars right now. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your lives. And good night, everybody. Yeah. Yep. Oh, wait, you guys still here? Oh, wait, whoa. What's going on? Whoa. I just don't want to leave yet. I just don't want to stop talking about Star Wars. I mean, what do I do? What do I do now? Just go to sleep? Like, what now? Good night, everybody.